a taste of my medicine. Must stop. Trap.
It is said the 4 leaves of the clover represent hope, faith.
I smell a trap.
I've got something.
Traps. Right over here.
Too.
I smell a trap. I can't tell you how much I hope that's done. Careful, laddie. It's a trap.
Dog after me own heart.
Worthless. Careful, laddie. Trap.
Too.
Traps. Right over here. Careful, laddie. There's a trap. Smell a trap. I smell a trap. Now you know how I feel.
Over here.
Whatever you say.
Careful, laddie. There's a trap. Now that was enjoyable. Seeing you get a taste of my medicine.
Come to mama.
Careful, laddie. Must stop. Trap. I smell a trap. Doesn't feel good, does it, young man?
Healing!
Must stop. Trap. Traps. Right over here. I smell a trap. Careful, laddie. There's a trap. Must stop. Trap. Something worth having.
don't know why I didn't get a dog suit. You're a dog after me own heart.
You know not what you're getting yourself into, fool of a bard. Turn back now before it is too late.
Not knowing what I'm getting myself into has been the latest trend for me. No point in thinking that's going to change. In the spirit of things, however, I'll give you one last chance to surrender to me. How does that sound?
I cannot abandon my eternal vigil. You leave me no choice. To the death! Strike! Prepare to feel the fury of the heavens!
Why don't you try and hit me? Sorry I'm late. Had a bit of trouble with the weather. Hold on a minute. You're still a spirit.
Of course, my love.
But this is the third tower.
True, my love.
But you're supposed to be here. I mean, in the flesh.
No, my love. I am imprisoned atop the tower in Downby.
You said you'd be in the third tower.
No. I said you needed to put out the flames in 3 towers to set me free.
And I have.
My prison in the Downby Tower could not be opened until all 3 flames were extinguished. Now you can come to the final tower and rescue me in the flesh. Soft, warm, supple.
All right, just put a sock in it. It's growing a little old, even for me. Just tell me, how many lands must I venture to before this so-called final tower? And how many bows and instruments must I collect, and how many more idiots must I converse with?
Nothing more. Just come to the tower.
I'll believe that if I live to see it. There is, of course, a slight problem. The door to this tower has been sealed, and I have no way out.
I can help you. The magic that binds me grows weak thanks to your efforts. I was aware of Finnick's plan to trap you, and have been conserving my energies so that I could aid you this one final time. Your transportation to Downby awaits.
Interesting. Look, could you conjure up something that sticks to the ground? A nice carriage, perhaps?
Oh, you'll be perfectly safe. I'll await your arrival at the top of the tower. I long for our first kiss.
I'll tell you what, if you're not there, you can kiss mine. I hate people who have to be the ones to get the last word in.
And so our brave bard would soon mount the fiery beast and ride through turbulent skies, winging his way towards destiny and the...
Oh, excuse me, I get a little sick even thinking about flight.
I give up. And so our brave bard mounted the fiery beast, hung on for dear life, and tried to keep down his lunch. The destruction of the tower had caused a great tremor, leaving the mountains all but impassable. It had come to this at last. One man on his own, a poet and a rogue, with no friends to speak of, no one to mourn his passing, should it come to that. Even those beside him are no more boon companions than bond-servants, summoned by sorcery and song, as cold and indifferent to him as the light of a wandering star. But to know where he is, and what may yet come to pass, we need to know who he is and where he is from.
You've made a mistake coming here, Bard. You have no chance to make it past me. Turn around and leave.
If I have no chance, then why are you offering me a way out? Are you scared without your big beastie backing you up?
This time, I'll take care of you myself, Bard.
And to know that, we've got to begin elsewhere.
I am not going through all that again. Can we please just get on with it?
Sorry, I got caught up in the moment, as you were.
Prophecy is never coming true. In the pickle you'll be stuck like a chicken. to fraud, and for that we do applaud. Although we all were hoping you would fail, oh, it's bad luck to you. Don't think for just a second is not true. When your life is run amok, you will see that you're the schmuck. Oh, it's bad luck to be, really bad luck to be. Nobody could disagree. It's a freaking guarantee. It's bad luck to be you. It'll lead to.
Ready to explore? We finally meet.
Finally? Do I know you?
No, but I know you. And might I say...
Yeah, I know. I've been through all this before. You're not getting by me. I will kill you where you stand. You're an idiot. Blah, blah, blah. I've heard it all before. Can we just skip that part and get right down to it?
I agree. The sooner you are dead, the better.
Heard that one before, too.
Think you can handle me? Fast enough.
worthless!
Be healed!
Ah, just a bit of junk.
Too easy.
Are my strings!
Too easy.
Why are we even bothering with this?
I'll take that.
way!
Worth the effort.
Be healed!
sucker!
Death to the bard!
Just a bit of junk. Why are we even bothering with this? Just a bit of junk.
Champion. At last I can look upon your face.
You're even more beautiful in person, milady. One moment, and I shall free you from your prison.
You are such a fool, Bard.
And, may I know the name of the man who thinks me a fool?
Don't listen to him. He's the one who's been trying to kill you.
Yeah, I've noticed.
My duty is to stop any man who threatens to unleash evil upon the land, and you are that man.
I've been fighting this evil to set the princess free so she can send you and all of your demonic little friends back to hell where you came from.
A place she's very familiar with, since that is where she's from. She's the ruler of these fiends you speak of. She is from the very bowels of hell itself.
I know she's a little bossy, but no reason to get rude.
He lies! Kill the bastard!
You're not helping your case here. Are you insinuating the princess has something to do with everything that's been going wrong in the world?
Your betrothed there is the direct cause of it all.
Now you've gone too far. She's not my betrothed.
My love, don't you see what he's doing? This is his last desperate attempt to stop you from setting me free. The minions he set upon you have failed, so he's resorting to telling you desperate lies. Please, don't let him confuse you. He is the one behind all of the evil that assails the land.
I will fight you if I must, but she is the enemy, not I. She has been playing you for the fool.
I'm not stupid. There's no way this woman is the root of all evil. I mean, look how hot she is, for crying out loud.
You have eyes, yet you do not see. You have ears, yet you do not hear. You have a brain, but it is located in your...
Get to the point, please.
Calais has been held captive here since the last time she attempted to cover the land in darkness, 1,000 years ago. It took the power of 4 mighty wizards to defeat her and entrap her here, ensuring that her reign of terror was ended. All this time she's been looking for a man, a chosen one, if you will, to set her free so she can rule again. I'm afraid you've been only a pawn in her game, one she will surely dispose of once set free.
This is why I hate dating.
My darling, he speaks half-truths. I was imprisoned here not by wizards, but by 4 demonic warlords. You've seen some of them and vanquished them yourself. It was I who defeated their armies, although I was weakened in doing so. After the battle, they trapped me here while they rebuilt their forces. They will rule this land forever, unless you kill him and set me free.
Listen, I think I need to sleep on this.
You must choose now, my friend. Time is running out.
Look inside your heart, love. Set me free.
The time had come. The bard was forced to choose, and he knew that he'd better choose wisely.
I do seem to remember something about an evil queen being bandied about in my younger and more tangible days. Could be this Calais here is that same lady. I'd be careful with her if I were you.
I know a little something about how appearances can be deceiving, and there's some major deception happening here. It doesn't all add up, Bard. I think the druid there is telling the truth.
Me think pretty lady is nice. Man is big, ugly, nasty, who tried to hurt friends. I crush him if you say so, bard friend.
This druid has an ill look about him for sure. As far as I know, he's the only one who's tried to kill you. I think the choice is obvious.
The heart is just a muscle. Nothing more, nothing less.
Perhaps I underestimated you.
Those who are foolish enough to believe that the heart is in any way connected with love, whatever the hell that is, are living in a fantasy world, my friend.
Then again, I may have been right all along.
The heart just pumps blood where it needs to go, and that's all that matters to me. If you catch my drift.
Perhaps I was right all along.
And after seeing Calais and hearing your story...
You mean the truth?
Well, I must say I am torn. Normally, in a situation like this, I'd flip a coin.
I have a coin right here.
But since she's hot and you're not, and since she has all the coins I'll ever need, then why waste my time? Sorry, my friend, but your story just doesn't wash. She's 1,000 years old. Please.
I knew I could count on you, my love.
If that heart of yours pumps some blood to your other head, you'd see what a catastrophic choice you've made.
What are you, blind? Look at her.
If you side with Calais, this land will be doomed to darkness forever.
I do my best work in the dark.
You really are an idiot. Your foolishness will stop right here. Prepare to die.
Very well. Hold on, Princess. I'll be back in a minute. Maybe two.
Watching you fight, my blood boils for you. You've done it. You've set me free.
Enough with the words, Princess.
Before we embrace, I must take my true form.
I thought that didn't happen until after 10 years of marriage.
Oh, you're going to like this.
Oh, crap! That dead guy was right. You are the Queen of Darkness.
Well, of course. But does it really matter? How does it feel to be at the side of the ruler of the underworld?
Every woman I was ever involved with ended up being the woman from hell. Huh, now I have the real thing. Could be fun.
So it was the bard obtained everything his heart had ever desired. At the expense of the rest of the world, of course. Thus concludes the bard's tale. Finally, the end. I thought I'd never be rid of him. Never ask me to read this halfwit story again, please.
I heard that.
You would like to continue our tale? Now then, yes.
You got a problem, laddie?
Champion.
The time had come. The bard was forced to choose, and he knew that he'd better choose wisely.
All right, I've made my choice.
Well, it's about bloody time.
Don't get too excited. I didn't choose you.
You choose Calais?
I didn't say that either.
Tell us, my champion. Whom do you choose?
A very logical choice. Me.
You choose you?
Exactly.
What the hell does that mean? What kind of choice is that?
As far as I'm concerned, an excellent one.
But what about our future?
Well, let's look into our crystal ball, shall we? If I fight either one of you, I could be dead. If I kill one of you, and it's the wrong one, I either end up in hell on earth or in a relationship from hell. Literally. So fighting is really a no-win situation.
Even if that fighting can save life as we know it?
I'll let you two figure that out. In the meantime, these undead aren't a bad lot, really.
This is unacceptable, you miserable little rat! You will free me, and you will free me now!
I will rule this land, and you will be at my side!
There's a twist. I'm intrigued. And oddly aroused. But, I'm afraid I still choose to walk away. Good luck and, oh, don't forget to write.
Come back here, you disloyal coward, and bow before your queen!
Come back here, you weak-minded fool, and kill your queen!
You two have serious control issues. You realize that, don't you?
So the bard decided to take the short and narrow road, otherwise known as the easy way out to the nearest bar.
Who says the undead don't know how to party?
The plight of the world obviously far from his mind, which by all accounts only has room for coin and cleavage, the bard enjoyed his drinks with his newfound friends. Well, that is until... well, that's another story. You'd like to continue our tale? Well, it's...
Ready to explore?
The time had come. The bard was forced to choose, and he knew that he'd better choose wisely.
Me think pretty lady is nice. Man is big, ugly, nasty, who tried to hurt friends. I crush him if you say so, bard friend.
This druid has an ill look about him for sure. As far as I know, he's the only one who's tried to kill you. I think the choice is obvious.
I know a little something about how appearances can be deceiving, and there's some major deception happening here. It doesn't all add up, Bard. I think the druid there is telling the truth.
I do seem to remember something about an evil queen being bandied about in my younger and more tangible days. Could be this Calais here is that same lady. I'd be careful with her if I were you.
Yes, actually, if I look deep into my heart, I can only come to one logical conclusion.
What is that, my love?
Never trust a woman.
What?
Wouldn't you know it? There's always an angle, isn't there? Give me money, plough the fields, let me out of my magical prison to enslave all of humanity. And I fell for it. Again.
Happens to the best of us.
But you and I, we're meant to be.
Oh, give it up. You've been plucking my strings from the get-go.
And you've been royally plucked.
No more. You know, one minute this beautiful woman appears in a puff of smoke and a flash of light, and the next she turns out to be some sort of evil hellspawn. How do I always miss the subtle signs? Well, let me tell you, this whole thing, it's over.
Is there nothing I can say to change your mind?
There's not even anything you can do to change my mind.
Not even a kiss?
What?
You know, a kiss. A simple kiss. It is the only way I can show you how I truly feel.
Oh, well,
Be careful, Bard.
what the hell? I've come all this way. I mean, a kiss never killed anyone, right?
Foolish mortal. You had the chance to rule at my side and live forever, but now you shall die like the dog that you are.
I tried to warn you.
Is it me, or is she still hot?
Prepare to experience excruciating pain that will last an eternity.
I've already told you. The relationship is off.
crazy. On your knees. Fast enough.
Quest complete.
I must say that was quite impressive.
You gotta show 'em who's boss, or they'll just walk all over you.
Now that she's gone, things will return to normal. Crops will grow and the dead will remain in their graves. You came very close to destroying life as we know it. But you've redeemed yourself.
Just show me the way out of this damn tower.
The promise of love and riches lost. The near destruction of the world as we know it. Death, misery, and chaos. Under the weight of such trials, most men would emerge changed, some for the better, and some for the worse. But for the bard, things ended the same way they began.
Well, my friend, we're back in business.
are a jerk, a piece of work. This mission you'll be blowing. There's one thing about this castle here you surely should be knowing. That once inside your magic's gone, danger will be growing. And if you meet the shadow axe, your blood it will be flowing. You're knowing, it's growing, you're blowing. Oh, you're a foolish one, someone who should be shunned. You bugger up this land so much, your work is never done. And when we see you coming, we'll turn our tails and run. You are the lad we love to hate, you are a foolish one. It's fun to run, you're done. You aren't brave, you aren't strong, or even that imposing. You have no magic element, or kilt or lead or hosen. If danger were to rear its head, your feet would sure be frozen. Oh, sorry, wuss. But nevertheless, the sword who has been chosen, a frozen little hosen, imposing. Oh, you're a foolish one, someone who should be shunned. You butter up this land so much, your work is never done. And when we see you coming, we'll turn our tails and run. You are the lad we love to hate, you are a foolish one. It's fun to run, we're done. Oh, it's bad luck to be you. A chosen one of many isn't you. When you think you're full of luck, you move forward through your throat. Oh, it's bad luck to be you. You came upon a lad with confidence, the contemplating moments growing tense. He tried to clarify his unthinking reasons why, but in the end his logic made no sense. Oh, it's bad luck to be you. The prophecy is never coming true. In the pickle you'll be stuck, like a chicken you will cluck. Oh, it's bad luck to be you. His thirst for adventure didn't end. A helping hand is all you tried to lend. The treasure did entice, and you wound up being nice. You saved him from what could have been the end. Oh, it's bad luck to be you. Don't think for just a second it's not true. When your life is run amok, you will see that you're the schmuck. Oh, it's bad luck to be, really bad luck to be. Nobody could disagree. It's a freaking guarantee. It's bad luck to be you. It'll lead to. Oh, it's bad luck to be you. A chosen one of many isn't you. When When you think you're full of luck, in the bullet through your throat. Oh, it's bad luck to be you. You came upon a lad with confidence, the contemplating moment growing tense. He tried to clarify his unthinking reasons why, but in the end his logic made no sense. Oh, it's bad luck to be you. The prophecy is never coming true. In the pickle you'll be stuck, like a chicken you will cluck. Oh, it's bad luck to be you. He really felt that he was unique. Treasures and adventures he did seek. He strived to prove you wrong, and so now we sing this song. His future plans are looking very bleak. Oh, it's bad luck to be you. Don't think for just a second it's not true. When your life is run amok, you will see that you're the schmuck. Oh, it's bad luck to be, really bad luck to be. Nobody could disagree. It's a freaking guarantee. It's bad luck to be you. It'll lead to